Hello and welcome to Woman Empowered Wednesday. I am your host, Angela A. Love Lewis, and y'all see, I have a very special guest with me today. I'm super excited because I get to talk to my friend who I don't get to see as much as I used to and who I miss so much. So this is like a special treat for me. So, don't mind my excitement here, but I have the wonderful, beautiful, fabulous Wanda White on here with me. So, Wanda, how are you today?
I am well. I am well. I am so excited to be here. Thank you so much. How are you doing today?
Hey, you know what? If I could be two of me, it wouldn't be any better, honey. So listen, I'm
Okay.
all excited. I want everybody to come in. I know everybody's probably on lunch break, probably trying to heat up something in the microwave or run out somewhere and get something. But when you get to this broadcast, make sure you share it. Send it to some people because, y'all, if you don't know Miss Wanda White, she is so full of inspiration and motivation and encouragement. And I don't want you to miss that because some of y'all need that during this lunchtime hour, right? And so I don't want you to miss it, but share it with somebody else because they may just be in a space where they need to hear something too. So, Wanda, I know you, but I want other people to know who you are. So, give them a brief bio of who the woman is behind Wanda White Ministries.
Well, like you said, I am Wanda White. I am an author. I am a life coach. I am a speaker. I am a mentor. I am a wedding officiant. And yeah, I do anything pertaining to ministry I am involved in. And so that's like the brief synopsis of what I got my hands in right now.
Listen, did y'all hear that? That's a brief synopsis. Listen, that's a whole lot of going on, right? And I love it because this is Woman Empowered Wednesday. Look, y'all, I know that was nasty, but I had to get out before I've been choked on that cough drop because I was trying to get my throat together this morning. But at any rate, Woman Empowered Wednesday is where we talk to people who are out here, making a difference, being influential, making an impact, and helping people, become empowered as well. And so the things that Wanda said, listen, speaker, life coach, all those things, a wedding officiant, all those things are so amazing. Who is that said hello from Jackson, Mississippi? Thank you so much for joining. Marshall, hello. Thank you for tuning in. So, Wanda, let's start with the reason that I was going and saw you make a post yesterday, and I saw, or no, earlier this week. And you are getting ready to do a group coaching program that is going to be so beneficial to so many people. And it's called The Road to Clarity. Let's
Yes.
talk about that. What made you decide to step into the arena of group coaching? And why is clarity important? Why should people join that program?
Well, I got into, of course, I'm doing the life coaching, but what has started happening is I've had more and more people asking me pretty much the same questions, pretty much experiencing the same thing. They're burnout. They've got so much going on. They're, excited about everything and wanting to do everything all at one time and just needing some clarity on how to get everything done all at one time. And so I was like, okay, well, let's see if we can't pull everybody together in the same room and let's talk about the same issue and help everybody because, we can get so much further together. So it's definitely beneficial for all of us to come together having the same type of things that we're dealing with. I'm working with busy women who have many, many hats like I do and are still pushing and wearing all those hats and trying to wear them all at the same time. But sometimes we get a little overwhelmed and we just really don't know which project we should start on next. Which one should we go to? Where is our heart pulling us? Do we need to step back a minute? Do we need to go forward? And honestly, with coaching, sometimes you just need somebody listening to you. You just need somebody to hold you accountable for that next step. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to walk down this road together. We're going to get clear about some things that we want to do. And then when we come out at the end, we're going to be able to look back and see the progress we made and see what all we've accomplished. So I'm super excited about being able to do this with a great group of ladies.
That's amazing. And you know what? Sounds like you have tapped into something that's resonating with people because I'm looking at the comments from the audience, and I believe Felicia was saying, sounds like me, everything at one time, LOL. And then Marcel says that let's see, what did she say? Yes, we do sometimes get overwhelmed. And Kayla, hey Kayla, special time. I love it when family shows up. So thank you so much for tuning in. But sounds like it really has got you on the pulse of what women need, because you're absolutely right. When you're out here doing a lot of things, and I mean that's just being a woman, period. You're trying to work, you're trying to do your business, you're trying to be a mom, you're trying to be a wife, you're trying to be a sister, you're trying to be an auntie, you're trying to be a friend, you trying to do so many things, everything can come at you at one time. So there has to be some type of clarity involved with being able to distinguish which way you need to go. So Wanda, in doing this, what do you think is, I guess, the biggest obstacle for people when they are trying to balance their life?
I think when we have so many things, and I'm glad you mentioned mom and sister and aunt and all those things, because I didn't even mention those in the umbrella of what we're doing that keeps us busy. A lot of people have kids, and I know when my kids were younger, I'd be ripping and running, dropping them off at practice, running to a meeting, having to do this, and they got homework, and I was mom, chef, taxi cab, Uber, the whole nine. And so it's just super busy. But I think what happens is when we get into that space, for me personally, I shut down. When there's too much going on, I'm like, okay, I can't do it. I can't do it. I got to stop. And I shut down, and then nothing gets accomplished. And so what I want to accomplish with this group coaching is how to eat that elephant one bite at a time. We see it, we know it's there, and we want all of it. And as women, we're entrepreneurs, we're go-getters, we don't need a whole lot. You just tell us point and aim and we're on it. And sometimes when we see it and we get close to it, we get that feeling of overwhelm, and we go, oh nope, too much, I can't do it, and we shut down. And so what I don't want to happen is people to shy back from their dreams. I don't want people to stop going for it because it looks like it's too much. I don't want whatever your past may have said dictate what you're getting ready to do now. When all of those things happen, what I don't want you to do is shut down. You got somebody that's walking with you, that's gone a little bit up the road ahead of you, that's seen it, that knows, okay, we can still going. There's still road ahead of us. And so that's basically what it is. I don't want people to shut down in this season, because we have so many gifts we bring to the table. We have so many things that we can do. And it's just exciting. It's just exciting to see all of the different personalities and all of the different gifts that people have that they're sharing, but they're meant to be shared with the world.
I love it. I love it, because that's absolutely right. I see Marshall put on here. Yeah, that's me. When you get so overwhelmed that you decide, you shut down, because it is a lot that goes on. And, the term nowadays is, boss chick. Everybody wants to boss up and do all of that. And it takes a special kind of perspective and clarity and really prioritizing things in order to be able to manage it all, because there's nothing wrong with bossing up and being a boss chick. And I believe that women can have it all, but at the same time, it's a matter of balancing it out, getting clarity and prioritizing what you're doing throughout your life so that you can handle it all. Because,
Absolutely.
We out here, we were made for this. I think we were built for this life, right? Tell me, because we are looking at, I put across the bottom of the screen, Wanda White Ministries. So when you talk about ministry, people sometimes have a narrow version of ministry. But share with us what your mission is for Wanda White Ministries.
Well, for Wanda White Ministries, my mission is to encourage people. My mission is to inspire you to see God in everything that you do. My mission is not to beat you across the head and to condemn you and to make you feel like, oh, I can't, this is wrong. My mission is for you to tap into what God has already put inside of you, to know that He has already equipped you for everything that you need to do. You just need to tap into it and trust in Him and go forward. So long story short, that is at the end of everything that I do. When I talk to people, when I coach people, I want you to see God in that situation, and I want you to see Him in you, helping you through whatever that is.
Oh, that's good. Come on and see Him and you, helping you through. See, I told you I had a special treat. I mean, I already know she do all this, but look, y'all getting to get it firsthand today, because God and you, helping you get through. And I believe sometimes we lose sight that we have a present help. We just have to tap into it. And we're so busy sometimes, trying to be controlling everything that goes on. And sometimes we just need to sit back and realize that he's already given us the resources. He's already given us provision. He's already made sure that we are equipped. We've just got to be still so that we can hear his voice and then follow and trust the process. So when you talk about ministry, when you talk about life coaching, you mentioned in the beginning that you're an author. And I know that it's Okay, God, I See You, which is a devotional. Tell us about, first and foremost, how that came about. What made you decide to do a devotional?
Well, the devotional just, I guess, going back in time, I would wake up in the morning and God would be just giving me scripture. And I'm like, oh my goodness, and here I am, I'm writing these scriptures in the dark, and or using the phone flashlight. Then I got a little smart, and I was like, oh, I can talk to this phone, let's do that instead. And so what I realized over time is, okay, you've got enough here that can, be a book. And I was like, nah, I don't want to be a book. Again, me being that person of shine away from what, God has given you. And one day I just did COVID. We were in COVID, and I was talking to, several people over the course of time, and everybody's faith was low. Everybody was like, COVID is going to take us out, and we don't know what's happening, and this and it was just all like, where is God in the situation? And so, the Spirit just said, put it together in a devotional. And me, I'm like, what? Who, me? What are we talking about? You want me to do what? And so it was coming up on my 50th birthday. And I was like, oh, that'd be a great birthday present to myself. Needless to say, I didn't get it done before my birthday. But the point was, I got it done because I could have gotten it done, but I wouldn't have gotten it done the way that it needed to get done. So I believe in God's timing, and I trust his plan, because I took the step. I put a goal on it, but God had the final answer on it. And through it all, the mission of the book is, no matter what situation you're in, even in COVID, even in cancer, even in sickness, even in death and divorce and, loss of a job, or, hey, winning the state championship, or, having your first kid, whatever it is, God is in it. And we just have to stop and look to see him in it all, and to realize that he hasn't left us. And so the devotional was truly that. It was just the Holy Spirit's prompting to, you have everything I've already given you. It's already there. You just need to tap into it and use what I've already given you. So, and that was a journey, and that was a trust process, because, whenever you do something like that, I know my first time, I'm like, is anybody going to want to read it? Is it going to be any good? Is it going to sell? Like, oh my goodness. And then I don't even know what I was thinking. I got the nerve to put my picture on the front cover, and I was
right.
Like, wait a minute, who told me to do these things? And so even with doing that and going back through, and I've done Bible study with 2 groups with it. We've gone through the 31 days twice with the Bible study. And every time I go, who wrote this book? Did I do this? I'm like, okay, Lord, I see you. I really see you working in each one of these pages and each one of these days.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it, because so many of us as women have we second guess ourselves. And somebody who Felicia said, honey, I am over here shouting. Yes. So many times we second guess who we are and what's inside of us, and the wisdom that God has given us. And you can share it one-on-one when you're talking to your good girlfriend, or when you're trying to tell your kids something, but it's a insecurity about letting the world see it. And so I want to kind of go back, because you made a key comment earlier. You wanted to have this book out by your 50th birthday. So let's shout out to the fabulous 50s, baby, honey. Yes. 50 better look good, don't
it? That's right. 50 plus club. Here we are, right? We're giving a whole new meaning to it.
It is strong. But what I wanted to say about being 50 is, can you capitalize a little bit on the fact that for some people, they think that when they hit certain ages, it's over. They got to get somewhere and sit down, and they don't want to kind of step out and do some things. How can you encourage someone who has reached the milestone of 50 or even older to continue to still do things that help them to be the best version of themselves?
Listen, I say, you're still here. I say you're still able to get around. You're still able to do some things. Your mind is still sharp. Listen, no, it doesn't matter how old you are, because at any age and at any stage, God can still use you. You have a level of influence and a sphere of people that are listening to you, that are waiting on you to come forward, that are waiting on you to speak so that they can be released to go and do what they want to do. So I was one of the few people that I know of that was very excited about turning 50. Everybody that turned 50 before me, they were like, oh, 50. I mean, because, we were growing up, 50 was, you were old, no offense, but when we were growing
They're old.
Yeah, they were old at 50. They were old, and they weren't ready to sit down. But I'm like, yeah, no, at 50, I got a new life. My children are grown. They're living their life. They're doing their things. And I said, why not me? Why can't I enjoy some of the things that God has promised me? Why can't I tap into that? So for anybody that's 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, whatever the age is, tap into what God has put in you and go for it. Like I said, people are waiting on you. People are waiting to hear what you have to say. People are waiting to see your gift, and you never know what an impact you will make. And I even say that myself personally. The people that have responded to the book, the people that have encouraged me, not knowing that they were encouraging me, just by telling me how much the book meant to them and what a blessing it was. The people that have gone back and bought a second copy to share with somebody else because it resonated with them. I had no idea that I could have that effect on somebody. So, and I waited, like I said, I was after 50 before it actually came out. And the funny part about the whole story was, I wrote the book and I didn't tell anybody except for a few close friends that I had written the book. Mm-hmm. And one of my girlfriends, she said, so what, you wrote the book and you're not gonna tell nobody you wrote it? And I was like, yeah, pretty much. This is what we're going to do, because again, I'm in myself, I'm in my own feelings, and I'm, scared half to death that I've done this. And so my daughter, she was like, no, we're going to put it out there. We're going to put it out there. And so she pushed and she pushed. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going kicking and screaming, God, whatever you have for me. So I say that to whoever you are, whatever your age is, if you got to go kicking and screaming, go do what God has called you to do, and don't shy back from it and don't hold back from it at all.
Come on and let them know, Wanda. I see Felicia says, I am loving 50 years. It's a gift from God because I still have things I want to do.
Go do them, sweetheart. Go do them. Go do them.
And then Marcelle says, you all have made me ready for 50. You all are beautiful inside and out. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Yes, I'm telling you, that's just so inspirational, Wanda, when you put it like that, because at the end of the day, there's so many things inside of us, that we know God wants us to use. He gave us gifts and talents to put out there in the world because somebody's wanted to tap into it. And so what mechanism, since you kind of, were concerned or kind of second guessing, like, God, are you sure? Is it me? How do you overcome that fear? What was it that enabled you to just push past it?
Knowing that it wasn't about me. I came to the realization that I can't say that I want to inspire people. I can't say that I want to do all these things to help people and then hide behind the curtain. I can't say those two things. They don't go hand in hand. I can take baby steps and I can inch out. I don't have to pull the whole curtain back at one time. And that's what I've been doing with my process, is pulling it back little by little by little. And then there comes a point where you just really do have to rip the whole thing off. But to get started, for me, it was baby steps. It was, trusting in God and testing the waters to see, what was the response. And so, if the response was good, I was like, oh, okay. If the response was bad, I was like, oh, okay. We'll try again, something else, So I really believe that trusting in God and not in myself, for real, not in what I can do, but trusting wholeheartedly in what He can do, made all of the difference.
That's so powerful, because when I talk about Woman Empowered Wednesday, it's really about giving people, the tips and things. And when you say that, it's not in your strength. You have to rely on God to just trust the process that it's going to work out, because all things work together for your good. So regardless of what that looks like, and at the end of the day, I think sometimes social media gives us unrealistic expectations, and so we feel like if it's just 15 people that show up, or that purchase something, like, oh man, we didn't really do a good job, when in actuality, if that you've blessed, then that's huge. And we have to celebrate those things. So I'm excited about Wanda White Ministries and what you're doing, and that you stepped out and you have created a niche for yourself where people can really come in and again get inspired and motivated and encouraged. So tell the audience, what do you have coming up next?
Well, right now I have Road to Clarity. It is starting tonight. It is my group coaching session. We're going to go for 4 weeks. And like I said, we're going to bust through all of these things that are holding us back. We're going to get to the end of this road, and we're going to look back, and we're going to be able to see the progress. We're going to deal with the insecurities. We're going to deal with the busy lifestyles. We're going to deal with, what is clarity, and start off with that. I'm excited about tonight. I was working on tonight, and I was like, okay, I like these, I like this idea. I like these things. And, God is just like, okay, what about, put this, and I'm just like, okay, I yield the floor. It's yours. And so I believe that we're going to walk out with even more clarity going forward. So I have that coming up. I can give you a little secret, or let you in on a little something. I've got a retreat that I'm planning in September that's going to be coming up. I'm hoping to have that out in the next week or so with some details on that. It's going to be called Experience the Wonder, and we're going to refuel, relax, and recharge. I mean, it's just going to be phenomenal. So those are a couple of the big things that I have coming up next that are going to be really big coming up.
Oh, amazing, amazing, honey. Listen, we got to get some more information. I'm going to bring you back when it's retreat time so we can find out the details on that. But Felicia, I see you said, she said, I've learned it's not about the number. It's about giving 110% to those individuals that want what you have to offer. And she said she would love her friend Mona to be involved with this. So Wanda, we'll make sure that I know I put on here your website, which is wandawhiteministries.com. Can they go there to register for the class tonight?
Yes.
Okay, so Felicia, make sure if you would share that with your friend so that she can get that. And then I see Tiffany came on. I believe this was Tiffany. Somebody said, awesome, Wanda White. Yes. So we know that as y'all can see, Wanda has a lot of love and support, for what she does, because for those who know her, know the power that she brings and the genuineness and the heart behind it. So for anybody who gets connected to her ministry, who gets connected to this group coaching program to get the clarity that you need, if that's you, please make sure that you tap in. And if you feel like you're clear and you're good, then share it with somebody else so that they can do so, because it's a lot of people out here. May was Mental Health Awareness Month. And for a lot of women, they experience anxiety and depression, and they experience, like you said earlier, overwhelm. And so sometimes it's really just connecting with people who can give you a little clarity that can bring things into perspective where you can move forward, and so that's the beauty of what Wanda White has to offer. So Wanda, let me back up a little bit, because in all of the things that you said that you do, including being a mother of grown children, how has that been? How have you did the transition, honey, with the grown kids now?
Well, my kids were my life, or they still are. But when they were in school, like I said, they were it. If they had a game, I was there. They had practice, I was there, ripping and running. Sometimes I have to drop them off and go back, and whatever they needed, I wanted to be a part of it. I was very, very present in everything that they were doing. And those jokers, they all grew up. They grew up and had the nerve. Right. They had the nerve to grow up and go to college and leave me at the house by myself. I was like, well, wait a minute.
Girl, honey, listen, what you said, wait a minute. Look, I see one of them all around the country, girl. Listen, honey, I'm just like almost like, where is he at today?
Yes.
Traveler.
A world traveler. And they stay gone. They do whatever they want to do. They're grown. And and I'm here by myself, and I'm like, okay, well, what are we going to do? And I'm like, I can't sit around here and twiddle my thumbs. I got to figure it out. I got to figure out what I like to do. And it just really took me to sit and say, well, Wanda, what do you want for yourself? Where do you see yourself at in the next 5, 10 years? You know, what are some things that you want to pursue that have been laying dormant because you had the family and you had the children and you had other priorities? Well, now those priorities have shifted. And so I can really tap into some of those. So coming out of that was kind of scary. You know, it took a minute to get used to them being gone, and and then really discovering who I am. You know, what do I like to do for myself, and what do I want to do? Just really getting to know me. And that was the biggest transition after they left, because what I realized was that my life was wrapped up in them, and that everything that I did do did revolve around them and planned around them. And so it made a difference once they left. I had to sit with Wanda for a little bit and really get to know her and say, ooh, I like her. Ooh, I don't like that. We got to fix that. So yeah, absolutely. That was the transition.
But that's such amazing advice, because I don't think people ever really think about it. As a mom, you're just moving through life doing what you feel like you need to do for your children. And at the end of the day, when they grow up, you sit back and realize, oh, wow. Well, what do I really like? Because I've been eating what they eat. You know, where y'all want to go to get something to eat at, and then that's what we eat. And I don't even really think about the things that I like, or, you know, so like you said, you have to sit down and spend some time with you to figure out what that looks like. So Marcelle said, my life right now, this is her life right now. I do enjoy it, and it can be a lot, but I have to do something for me. Absolutely. Has anyone ever told you in business to put your kids second? And then she followed back up with, what would be your response to a coach who said, put your family second?
In context, that would be my response. There are some things that your children and your family do go on the back burner for. One is yourself. Your mental health, protecting you, making sure that you have what you need to be fit. It goes back to almost like with the what they tell you on the airlines: put the mask on you first to save you first before you can help somebody else. And so in context, you do put your family and your children second, because you have to stay healthy. You cannot help anybody if you are down. Now, putting them second doesn't mean that you ignore them and you out here and you dress to the nines and they out here in rags looking like they, are not being fed and not being taken care of. But in context, yes, the kids and the family go second, but it's also very fluid, because there are times when you do go second yourself, because that is a priority. So it's all fluid and kept in context.
Honey, she said, yes, save you first. Thank you for saying that. And you know what? I think for a lot of women, and that's one of the beautiful things about connecting with Wanda in her program, and getting the clarity, because for a lot of women, we've been told they're selfish. And growing up in churches, you hear so many different things, not even about that, but just being a martyr and dying to yourself and all of those things, and like you feel like you have to fall on the sword, and if you try to put yourself first, then people look at you cockeyed and crazy, like, oh, she a bad mom. But in actuality, if you don't take care of yourself, then how are they going to move forward in life? How are they going to grow? And what kind of example are you setting for them if you always push yourself down to the back end, where you're so exhausted that when they come to you for advice or for assistance, you can't help them because you haven't been able to help yourself? So let's see. Let me see the questions here. I just had this convo with my friend Mona about her grown children. I hope she's watching right now. Make sure you tag her, girl, so she can get Wanda White and what Wanda White had to say. And then they want to know, is there a cost to sign up for the conference, and is it virtual?
The coaching session is virtual, and yes, there is a cost associated with it, because you're actually getting me one-on-one. You're not getting a recording. You're getting hands-on. This is not a session where you just sit and listen to me talk. We literally actually work through whatever that is that you're going for. But Angela, what I wanted to say too, real quick, when you were talking about the scripture also tells us that the first commandment, of course, is to love God, but the second one is to love thy neighbor as thyself. And so we always want to love our neighbor. We always want to take care of the other people. But how do we know how to take care of them? How do we know how to show them love if we don't know how to show ourselves that same love? So if we read that and we hear what Jesus said, because I believe the letters are in red.
Last I checked.
Love thy neighbor as thyself. And so what that means is I can't love you like I'm supposed to if I don't love me like I'm supposed to.
Come on, listen. That is, listen. That's why Wanda White is on here today, because somebody needed to hear that. And a lot of times, Wanda, truth be told, people hear scriptures, and a lot of times it's not communicated, clearly, and so people take it and run with it without giving the whole entirety of what that really means when you apply it to yourself. And again, you're absolutely right. If I don't love me, I can't truly treat you in a great manner. And it is all about, self-love and making sure that the best way to love somebody else is to make you a priority and love the heck out of you, so that when you get with somebody else, you can show that love because it's coming from a overflow place. A lot of times you can't pour from an empty cup, but you want to get the overflow so that people can really get caught up in all of the extra goodness and kindness and grace and mercy and forgiveness that you have to offer. So yes. I was just checking to see if there was any other comments. So Wanda, one thing we did not mention, hello, gorgeous. What's that about?
Hello, gorgeous. Well, that is my newest journal. And it's a self-care resource. And so basically it's a journal. There are some prompts in there that you can read and sit back and reflect, to kind of get your thoughts out on paper. There is some blank pages in there for you to write your heart's desires out. You can write letters, prayers, dreams, songs, whatever it is you want to write. And then I added some coloring pages in there because coloring is so therapeutic. It takes you to a place where you can be calm and restful and just let the crayons do the designing for you. And in each coloring page, there's a message that's just for you. One page says, I matter. And so when you get to that page, you read it, you tell yourself, I matter. There are pages in there that will encourage you along the way. And I just wanted the title of the book to say, well, hello, gorgeous. Sometimes we don't feel gorgeous. Sometimes, and I don't mean that physically. I mean inside. I mean internally. Sometimes we are, we don't feel like we're doing our best, so we don't, feel like we look our best and that thing. But I just want the women to know you are gorgeous, honey. You are gorgeous. Whatever you're doing, whatever stage you're in, believe that. So every time you read the title of the book, well, hello, gorgeous, I want you to hear yourself calling yourself gorgeous, because you are.
Girl, Tiffany said, I love this, love this. Marcelle said it is. She has an adult coloring book. Post the link for the journal if you could, please, ma'am. Or would they be able to go get it from the website?
It is not on the website. I have to get on that. I don't think it's on the website.
Come on, face somebody. I know there's got to be Kayla. Somebody already put it up here. So listen, y'all, in the comments on where you can go to get it. Hello. Okay,
I know it's on Amazon. I gotta go. Look, I gotta get that added to my page. I know my devotional is on my website. I don't think I. That's how new the journal is. That's how new it is.
Listen, shout out to Kayla White, who is Wanda's daughter, in the background, baby, making sure her mama is taken care of.
Yes.
Kayla has listen, in the background on your social media, really has helped you step out with your ideas and her technology and expertise. The two of you have made a dynamic team of really getting the message of Wanda White Ministries out there. And I just love seeing that support, from mothers and daughters, really encouraging each other. And I just think that's such a beautiful thing. I have two daughters, so for me, it's just wonderful always to have them, be around and bounce ideas off of and support. So through, Kayla, come through. Look, then she didn't put, okay, God, I see you. That's what I'm talking about. Having somebody who is wanting to make sure that you don't fail, that you are always going to be supported. So yes, thank you so
That
much.
is definitely her. She is on it. She'll ask me, "Did you do this? What about this? Do you need this?" And I'd be like, "Kayla, hold on. I can't do all of that. I need. Well, I want to. Hold on. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming." But she has been a tremendous help because I'm not claiming to be old, but I am 50, and so Facebook and Instagram and all the other stuff I'm good on, but I'm not good on all of it. And so
Right.
these younger generation, they can look at it and be like, oh, got it. And,
Thank you. But you know
and
what?
so,
That's the
so
beauty of mixing it together, is being
yeah,
able to take, what you bring to the table, what she brings to the table, combine it, and it's in a great experience
yes,
for
honey,
everybody.
I know my lane. I have learned my lane. I know what I can do, and I know what she can do, and it flows because I know my lane. I'm clear on what I'm
Yes,
supposed to be doing.
exactly. Who said, let me focus on my lane? Listen, that's a good word for somebody. Focus on your lane and then find somebody who's great in other lanes, and then you collaborate so that you can get the maximum effect out there for people who are really looking for what you have to bring. So Wanda, I know that we were going to set aside some time, and I want to really bring you on, and I'm so excited about everything that you're doing. So before we leave off of here, do you have anything that you would like to share with the audience?
Well, I just want to tell you guys that I'm so glad that you came. You joined us live to hear about Wanda White Ministries. Please follow me on Instagram at I Am Wonderful. On Facebook, it's Wanda White Ministries. And let's just go and do life. Let's travel this road to clarity together. Let's go and do and be all that God has called us to be. There's nothing stopping us but ourselves. So let's just do it. I'm excited about that. So if I could leave you with anything today, don't second guess yourself. Don't worry about what anybody has to say. Trust God and trust what He has told you to do.
That's good. Kayla, if you can, I know Felicia want to know. So she put on there Wonder White Ministries. Yes. Kayla got on there for the social, how you can connect, Felicia. So and trust when I say that this is good ground. I've known Wanda for years and as consistent now as she was when I first met her. And when you're looking to connect with people, you want to have good ground that you are connecting to. And I know that whatever she tells you is going to be something that she's consulted with God about. He's giving it to her and she's going to give it to you. So make sure you all follow her on her platforms. I Am Wonderful. And I love that wonderful, honey. Come on, listen, play on words, but listen, that just really speaks to, somebody who loves to have fun, loves life, but also loves to give you what you need straight from God to make you a better individual. So Wanda, we wish you all the success in everything that you do. Make sure to keep us informed so we can share out when you get ready to do the conference. Y'all keep in mind that the group coaching program Road to Clarity starts tonight. So if you're interested in signing up, go to www.wandawhiteministries.com or send her a message on social media. IG is I Am Wonderful. And then that way she can make sure that you get the links you need to get connected. Go to Amazon, purchase those books. I tell you, I just found out about Hello Gorgeous, so I'm gonna have to get that. So I can look at it every day and be like, Hello Gorgeous.
Yes.
But I have the first one, the devotional, and it was amazing. So when I tell you, she's spot on with the things that God has given her, and y'all tap in and make sure you follow Wanda White Ministries, because I'm trusting and believing that God is going to take her somewhere amazing, and we all want to be on there for the ride.
Thank you.
You are welcome. So everybody listen, again, this was I Am a Woman Empowered, Women Empowered Wednesday. So every Wednesday we bring you people on here who can really bless you and encourage you and all of those things. So check that out and then tune in. I think I've been doing 30 days of empowerment. So today is day 8. So I'll be on sometime today to share that with you. But go back, catch the other ones. Hopefully there'll be something that will bless you. Y'all have a beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous rest of the day. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.